Good morning, children. Welcome to today's bio. We are going to take the revision of our lesson, control and coordination. Okay, shall we start? Only the first part I am discussing now. We'll take the revision as two parts. So today we are going to take the revision of control and coordination, part one. Okay, shall we start? Okay. When we studied about the control and coordination, the lesson, at first we discussed about the growth and movement. We all know the difference between growth and movement. Now I'm not entering to that topic. So growth and movement, we all familiar with that one. So there are two types of growth and movement we can see in our lesson. That are growth movement. First one is growth movement, and another one is non-growth movement. Non-growth movement. So what are growth movement and non-growth movement? The movement which depends on growth is called growth movement. The movement which depends on growth is called growth movement. Another type of movement is there in which growth is non-growth movement, which means growth is not happen there, only movement is happening. That type of movements are called non-growth movement. Okay, shall we go to it? Growth movement means both growth and movement is happening. Non-growth movement means growth is not happening, only movement is happening in it. I will give you examples for that one. So first one is growth movement. For example, when we are planting a seed, it is going to germinate and it become a big plant after some days. Okay. So what happens changes there? Both growth is happen and also movement is happen. We can see the movement of the plant from a seed to a big plant. Same like that, we can see that it is a growth. From the seed, it germinate, it becomes leaves, stem, and finally it become a big plant. So growth is happened there and also movement is also happened there. That type of movements are called growth movement. Coming to the next one, non-growth movement. What is that? In which growth is not happening, only movement is happening. For example, in plants, when we learn about touch me not plant, do you remember in this lesson we discussed about this? Touch me not plant. What is its speciality? When we are touching any part of the plant, the leaves are going down. So that is happening because of movement. It is movement. There is growth is not happening, only movement is happening. Okay, is it clear? So there are two types of movements, growth movement and non-growth movement. In growth movement, growth and movement also happening, but in non-growth movement, growth is not happening and only movement is happening. Example, touch me not plant. Okay. So we can give a definition for that one. The changes in the environment to which the organism respond and react are called stimuli. We learned about stimuli. What are stimuli? The changes in the environment to which the organisms respond and react are called stimuli. Stimuli is a plural form. A singular form is stimulus. Anything that we are reacting to that one. The changes that is happening in the environment, like heat, light, water, anything, any changes that affect the organism, or we are responding to that one, that are called stimuli. So what are stimuli? The changes in the environment to which the organism respond and react are called stimuli. So what are the environmental factors? The environmental factors like heat, touch, taste, smell, light, anything. We can say that these are the environmental factors. So for example, plants are going in a side from in which they are getting enough light. When we are keeping a plant in a doorstep or somewhere, we feel that that is going towards the direction of sunlight. We studied in this lesson. It's called phototropism. We studied. I'm just telling now. So the next one is coordination. We discussed about the coordination. What do you mean by coordination? What you can understand from the coordination? Imagine that there are so many processes happening in our body, right? Yeah, when we are taking the process digestion, for example, digestion. At first, we are taking the food with our hand and we are giving directly to our mouth. So, hand is the first organ that help the process of digestion. The digestion is starting from our mouth. So, with the help of tongue, teeth, salivary amylase, so many organs are involved in the process of digestion. It is going to the esophagus, it reaches in the stomach. These are happening inside our body. So, as a process of digestion, so many organs are evolved from our hand, mouth, teeth, tongue, same esophagus, like so many organs are evolved in the process of digestion. So this is happening as a it's a coordinated process of all the organism, not only digestion, respiration, circulation, any process that we are taking out, we can feel that, or if even we are simply walking also, so many organs are evolved in a particular process. For a particular process, so many organs are involved. So we can give the definition for coordination. The working together of various organs of the body of an organism in a proper manner to produce proper reaction to a stimulus is called coordination. So that are called coordination. The working together of various organs of the body of an organism in a proper manner to produce proper reaction to a stimulus is called coordination. For proper coordination, for the proper coordination in higher organism, there are two types of systems involved. What are the two types of system for the proper coordination? First one is nervous system. Nervous system. Second one is endocrine system. So the first one is nervous system and the second one is endocrine system. These are the two systems involved in the process of coordination. How nervous system is involved? What are the important thing in the nervous system? We studied in our lesson. What are the important things involved in the nervous system? In the nervous system, it is involved the main things that are involved is called neurons, the structure of neurons and about the functions of neurons that we learned in this lesson. We will discuss that one later. And about the endocrine system, what are the endocrine system, which is the main organs, the glands and that are producing the hormones also involved in that process that we will go and discuss in our next class. So today that's all for, I'm winding up today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.